Hello, hello, my friends. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to my face and my card making space. Couple more holiday cards using some of the new product from the Simon Says Stamp December release. That has now gone live. I'll have a link to the release in the description box below the video. I will have more videos coming, making more cards with some of these new goodies. So just stay tuned. This time I went pink again, this time just pink and white. Pink and white and snowflakes and texture and glitter and splatter and all the fun things. So everything I used will be listed and linked in the description box below the video. My links are affiliate links. That just means that if you click on one of my links and end up placing an order, I do get a little kickback from that at no extra cost to you. That is what helps keep the lights on, pays the bills, enables me to keep bringing out content. And yeah, let's get into making the cards. So I started off with the Weaving Plate Wafer die, which is an A2 size die, so 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And it pierces this like woven weaving pattern into it. I like it. I like it a lot. Although I've said that in like tons of videos. I like dies that add, piercing details and patterns and things like that. So when I die cut that, I also die cut some white cardstock with the coordinating wafer die for the Dazzle Snowflakes. That's what it's called. Dazzle Snowflakes embossing folder. And this embossing folder comes with this coordinating wafer die. So I die cut the white cardstock first. I lined it up in the folder with the coordinating part because it does an entire snowflake background, and then that one area will emboss this die cut snowflake. And love, so fun. I like things like this a lot because you can use it with or without. Like you could just emboss backgrounds with this. You don't have to do the die cutting if you don't want to. It's just an extra, element that you can create. So I then also die cut, I think this is Simon's Rose Gold Glitter cardstock. I'm not 100% certain because I didn't have it labeled, so my bad. I went through all the listings online, and I'm pretty sure that that's what color this is, because the other pinks are not this type of pink. So I die cut that rose, what I think was the rose gold, with the two largest Splendid Snowflakes wafer dies. Set those aside. Now I'm using my fabulous new side cam. Still getting used to this thing, but I took Ballerina Pawsitively Saturated ink, and I'm going direct to paper, and I'm just very lightly rubbing it over the snowflake that I ran through the Dazzle Snowflakes embossing folder. So the ink pad is just picking up on the raised areas on this snowflake. And after I did that, I also decided to emphasize it a little bit more with the blending brush and that same Ballerina ink, which is a very light ink. My brush also had some darker ink on it, and that picked up too. I'm okay with it. You can't go wrong with pink. So that just kind of added, a little bit of a glow in the center. And then I continue that on the cotton candy cardstock that I had run through with the Weaving Plate die. So I started with the Ballerina ink, and if you have these cardstocks and this specific ink, just know that the Ballerina ink will not show up after it fully dries on the cotton candy cardstock. I only applied that to basically kind of prime the cardstock before adding a darker color. So because these inks soften, they dry back a bit, but when you're doing a very, very pale ink, it will always show up on a dark cardstock when it's still wet. It'll just look like just slightly darker, but then it will dry and it'll just disappear. So you always got to keep that in mind. And if you're looking, going for a certain look, always test it out on a scrap first to see what happens, and let your inks fully dry, and then decide. It's oh yeah, that disappeared, or oh, I just need to go a little darker, etc. So I'd done that, and then I'd added bubblegum ink over it, and just a little bit of a lighter hand to create that little bit of a glow. It's going to be very soft, and it will dry back even more than what you're seeing on camera now. Like after it sits for a while and just fully dries, it's just a really soft pink glow. So I trimmed down the background. I adhered the white die cut and embossed snowflakes with some thin foam squares. And then I adhered the glitter snowflakes on top with just a dab of glue. And then of course I'm going to add splatter. I'm really excited about this little tool. This is just it's the Simon Says Stamp Silicone Mini Spatula and Spoon. Love it. It's going to sit with my little like pokey tools and my embellishment wands and whatnot. I'm going to use this. You guys are going to see me use this a lot. Because yeah, stirring up my splatter, any of those types of products that I need to like stir up, I've just been using, and I've shown a ton of videos, a little palette knife, things like that, which is fine. But this being silicone, I can get right into the, the bottom little crevices of my jars, and yeah, and then it has a little spoon too. And it's pink. It's cute. I like it. So I use that to stir up the Simon Positively Perfect. My brain stopped, y'all. I have a supply list right in front of me. I am a professional. Positively Perfect Opaque White Splatter. Okay. Splattered that. And then I went a little extra and added some white gouache to my palette. And I had smushed some Sweets ink, which is darker than the Bubblegum, because mixing it together lightens it. So I made my own like kind of custom pink splatter mix and splattered that on these as well. It's just subtle. It's nothing too crazy. But yeah, you can't go wrong with splatter. I love it. So I set those aside to dry. And while they were drying, I'm stamping some white cardstock with the Easy Strips Christmas stamp. Simon Says Stamp has been doing easy strips for a while now. There are stamps, dies, pre-printed sentiment packs, and they all coordinate together. If it says easy strips in the Simon Says Stamp store, they all coordinate together. And yeah, this is the newest little stamp in the collection. And I stamped it with the Bubblegum Positively Saturated ink. And I inked it up and stamped it a couple times. And then the newest die set that coordinates is the Slanted Rectangles Easy Strips. So I lined that up, die cut it, and everything I was doing twice. Because when you got all the supplies out, why not? And then after I die cut them, I went through a little pile of sentiments, chose the ones I wanted to use, and then all the extras, I just keep it with the stamp set packaging. So the next time I go to use it, I've got a whole pile of little sentiments and things to use. So I chose the ones I wanted to use, and to adhere the one to the front, I cut little foam squares in half, put them on either end, and then just a little bit of liquid glue down the center, press that into place. And then on the insides of my cards, my card bases are top folding A2 white note cards, so 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I adhered the medium-sized glittery snowflake that I die cut. Loving this. You can't go wrong with Snowflake Wafer dies. And they're unique. So I have no qualms about owning a bajillion of them. Anyway, I adhered them to the inside along with one of the sentiment strips. And then I'd put Big Mama foam tape on the back of my card fronts and adhered those to the card bases. And then my final little embellishment and little hit of bling is some Positively Dazzling gems in Bubblegum. Because go big or go home. This is pink all the way, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So pulled those out, arranged them how I wanted, and then just copied the arrangement on the second card. And then to adhere them, I just picked them up with my little embellishment wand and adhere them into place with little dabs of liquid glue. And then you just gotta let the glue dry. And these cards will be complete. So yeah, pink, white, texture, a little bit of 3D embossing, a little bit of glitter cardstock, a little bit of splatter, a little bit of bling. They're good. They're good. And you could switch up the colors. If pink isn't your thing, this would look gorgeous in blue, aqua, green, whatever floats your boat, it would be fun. You could do a whole like rainbow set of them and do a little gift set. That would be fun too. Y'all know I love me some rainbow. But anyway, those were my cards. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, for thumbs upping and commenting. It helps a ton and I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you. And I'll see you all very soon in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much to my amazing Patreon supporters. For anyone that might be interested in joining my Patreon community and supporting me, the link to my Patreon is in the description box below the video. For everyone else, as always, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my videos, for thumbs upping, commenting, subscribe if you haven't, I'd love to have you. And here's a couple other videos for you to check out in case you missed them. Bye!